The enemy drones descended like a steel storm through the clouds of Titan Prime, their metallic wings screaming as they locked onto heat signatures below. Colonists ran for shelter. Defense cannons tried and failed to bring down even a fraction of the swarm. Inside a reinforced bunker, alarms blared while command officers panicked around a single silent figure. Operator Ava Carter sat in the neural command chair, motionless, except for her eyes. They were focused, sharp, determined. She was humanity's last resort. Titan Prime defense grid collapsing, shouted a technician. We'll be overrun in minutes. General Kale slammed his fist down. Why isn't the operator engaged yet? She hasn't passed full synchronization before, a scientist sputtered. Ava interrupted. We don't have time for perfect. Connect me. The room froze. She stared at the general with unwavering calm. I'm the only human who can interface with the Valkyrie fleet, and you know it. Silence fell. Then Kale nodded. Do it. High-voltage neural link engaged. High-voltage consciousness uplink complete. High-voltage Valkyrie supercarrier online. Ava's mind blasted outward into orbit. 1,000 miles, a dozen ships at once, each one an extension of her will. She felt the engines, the fusion reactors, the cold vacuum of space. Her breath synced with reactor output. The drones saw her activation, and changed formation. Like a living virus recognizing a threat. Come get me, she whispered. The battle became a dance. Her fleet moved as if choreographed, banking through plasma fire, weaving between missile trails. Each enemy down sparked a pulse of triumph through the neural link. Every strike refined her focus. She was faster than any AI. Smarter than any targeting computer. More ruthless than the machines that tried to erase her people. Below, the bunker's display filled with streaking contrails and burning wreckage. Soldiers stared in awe. She's playing with them, someone whispered. But Ava wasn't playing. She was surviving. The enemy swarm fractured, then broke. Retreat signals flared across the network. The drones fled, terrified if machines could feel fear. Ava cut the link and gasped back into her human body. She looked small again, one fragile woman against a galaxy of threats. General Kale stepped forward, voice shaking. What are you? Ava gave a tired smile. I'm human. She stood, cracking her stiff neck. And now they know what that means. Ava Carter awoke in the medical bay surrounded by cold machinery and warmer, worried faces. Her muscles twitched, remnants of the neural surge that had turned her mind into a battlefield weapon. A medic approached, scanning her vitals as if she might explode. You shouldn't be conscious yet, he muttered. Ava blinked the fog away. How long was I out? 6 hours, General Kale answered from the doorway. His expression was unreadable, equal parts pride and dread. You saved a colony of 40,000. Some are calling you a hero. Ava sat up slowly. Some? What about the others? The others are terrified, Kale replied. You controlled an entire fleet with your mind. No human has ever. He stopped himself. Because Ava wasn't listening. She was staring past him. Toward the observation glass. On the other side stood representatives from the Council of Sovereign Worlds, watching her like a specimen. We can't let them own me, she whispered. Kale lowered his voice. They don't want to own you. They want to understand what you are. Ava shook her head. I'm not what? I'm who? Before Kale could respond, alarms screamed again. Red triangle pointed up, warning. Unidentified energy signature entering system. Red triangle pointed up, origin. Unknown space. Red triangle pointed up, threat level. Extreme. The lights flickered. The ground rumbled. Kale's eyes widened. Not the machines again. No, Ava interrupted. She felt it. Not in the air. Not in the vibration of the bunker. But in her mind. A whisper. A signal. A presence. Something ancient. The Valkyrie ships are calling me, she said quietly. No, they're warning me. The screens lit up with live feeds. A Titanic vessel emerged from a rupture in space, darker than a black hole, edges shimmering like shattered glass. The colony's defenses powered up instinctively, but Ava raised a trembling hand. That's not Voidborn, she said. That's something older. The ship broadcast one message across every channel. Blacklarch Square, the architects have returned. Blacklarch Square, where is our weapon? Ava felt the neural link surge back online without her consent. Her heartbeat synced with systems she hadn't touched. Memories not her own flashed like lightning. Endless wars. Broken galaxies. The birth of the Valkyrie fleet. She gasped, clutching her skull. I know why I can control them. Kale steadied her shoulders. Ava, talk to me. Her voice came out barely a whisper. The Valkyries weren't made for humans. She looked up, eyes glowing like a star being born. They were made to fight humans. The med bay froze. Kale felt horror twist in his gut. If that's true, then why did they respond to you? Ava swallowed hard, and the answer terrified her more than the architects themselves. Because they think I'm one of them. The ceiling shuddered as the alien vessel aimed weapons capable of rewriting matter. Kale drew his sidearm as if it mattered. What do we do? Ava's fear sharpened into resolve. We remind them what humans really are. She stood, and the Valkyrie fleet in orbit stood with her. Not as machines. As wolves. And the architects were about to learn. Humanity wasn't their weapon. Humanity was their replacement. The architect warship hovered above Titan Prime like a floating apocalypse, bending starlight across its obsidian hull. Weapons capable of deleting continents hummed with alien impatience. Inside the bunker, Ava Carter stood perfectly still, but 1,000 Valkyrie ships across orbit mirrored every breath she took. She didn't control them. They followed her. General Kale whispered, "They think you are one of their creators, an architect?" Ava shook her head slowly. Not exactly. The neural presence expanded within her skull, a roar of knowledge. The Valkyries were not built for defense. Not built for justice. Not built for peace. They were built to exterminate a threat. A threat named Homo sapiens. The architect ship broadcast again, a voice like galaxies collapsing. Black Large Square identify. Black Large Square weapons must obey their makers. Black Large Square, why do you oppose US? Ava's vision flashed with memories that weren't hers. A human ancestors hunted across worlds. Architect fleets burning continents. Earth fighting with stone and fire against god machines. Humanity surviving when they shouldn't. The architects had tried to wipe humans out at the dawn of spaceflight, and failed. Ava staggered, gripping the console. Humans weren't supposed to survive, we were supposed to be extinct. Kale's fists clenched. Then why are the Valkyries linked to you? Ava answered with a cold realization. Because the architects didn't kill humanity. Humanity killed the architects. The room froze. Ava stepped forward, activating the fleet with a single thought. Her voice carried through every speaker, every comm system, every Valkyrie ship. You built weapons to destroy us. You lost. And now your weapons serve us. The architect vessel shifted, not angry. Afraid. Black Large Square, you are anomaly. Black Large Square, humanity was a failing design. Black Large Square, you were never meant to evolve this far. Ava laughed, humorless and sharp. That's the thing about humans. You don't get to decide what we become. Planet-shaking energy began charging in the architect's core. The colony shook. Officers screamed. Kale grabbed Ava's arm. Even the Valkyrie fleet can't withstand that shot. Ava turned toward him, eyes blazing with borrowed starfire. They won't have to. She transmitted a single command, not verbal, not neural. Instinct. From orbit, Valkyrie ships unfolded into impossible geometric formations, rewriting space itself. Reality shook as human evolution overrode architect design. The architect ship tried to fire. It never got the chance. Ava's fleet ripped it apart on a molecular level, not with missiles, not with lasers. With dominance. The sky flashed white, then cleared. Only silence remained. Kale stared at her like she was both miracle and monster. What are you now? Ava looked up, not at him. At the stars. A warning. She turned, armor forming from nanometal along her limbs, Valkyries reshaping for a new purpose. For every conqueror who thinks humanity is prey. She stepped forward, and space bent out of her way. We are the species that survived extinction. The bunker doors slid open. And now we're coming to finish what you started.